Hello! After trekking back and forth between north and south, just doing a lot of general faffing around, I finally achieved the goal that every graduate aspires towards, the ultimate desire. I got a job. A proper job. How on earth did that happen? To say that the last few weeks have been crazy is an understatement. Everything has just changed. I went from looking at months left in Liverpool to having a few days left, and I've now said goodbye, and at the end of it, it was weird because I've been thinking about going home for such a long time, and then to finally say goodbye to Liverpool was quite, I don't know, it was weird. So I'm now back in the southeast of England in my old hometown of East Grinstead, little old East Grinstead, just adjusting from life in the big city to quiet, small town life. It is a lot to take in, because you just get to the weekends and you look on, if you think about events and that kind of thing, and I love East Grinstead for the memories, but there's not much that goes on here really. It's not the sort of place that you would move to unless you've already got a bit of a background, a bit of a backstory in that place, which probably helped me in terms of getting the job with the company that I'm now with. To cut a long story short, I basically work as an editorial assistant for PTA Plus, or Parent Teacher Association magazine. And if that's got you scratching your heads, then seriously, don't worry. I was like that when I first read the job description. PTA Plus basically helps parent-teacher associations across the UK. You know, like the fundraising groups that each primary school has, really. So it provides advice, inspiration, to branch out from the usual summer fairs and Christmas fairs, that kind of thing. At the moment, I'm researching stories, compiling testimonials, getting giveaways sorted. Occasionally, I do the tea and coffee round. It's a great stepping stone into magazine publishing and the media industry in general, because it's given me a lot of responsibility, which is what you want from a job. I mean, you want to feel like you really make a difference within that whole company structure. It's nice to be able to look at this magazine and go, there, that's what I've done, that's what I'm responsible for. In complete contrast to the big offices in the cities as well, there's like 10 of us in the company. It's really small, quite close-knit, and thankfully everyone gets on, which is obviously a bonus. Best of all, it's a 20-minute bike ride from my house, so I've barely got a commute in the mornings, which means I haven't got to get up at ridiculous o'clock to get to work. And then there's not too much of a chunk taken out of my evenings as well, so as far as first jobs go, it's not a bad start. That's another thing actually, I have invested in some super snazzy cycling gear. I'm talking a bright neon jacket, a helmet, cycling gloves, you name it, I'm all in for it, except when it rains, because that's just, drowned rat syndrome, which I hate. Now the main thing for me really is getting used to the whole 9 till 5 lifestyle. I mean, obviously it's great to have a job and that structure during the week, but it does take some getting used to. Suddenly you realise why everyone hates Mondays and why Friday evenings are the best thing in the world. Having said that though, I am really enjoying my job, which is a good thing. I mean, I've only been doing it for 2.5 weeks, and if I wasn't enjoying it at this point, there'd be something seriously wrong with it. But I'm not saying that I get to Friday and I think, oh man, 2 days off work, that sucks. But at the same time, I'm not in a bad mood when I get up in the morning. I'm not thinking, oh god, here we go again. So that's a good thing. It is weird getting settled though, because for the last year of my life, even before I'd graduated, my whole mind was just geared towards getting a job. And now I have one. I mean, it is just like, what next? It's even weirder that it happened in January as well, because it really does feel like a fresh start, a clean slate. And even though I've been in East Grinstead most of my life, it's still taking some getting used to being back. I mean, I've not lived properly in this room for a good 3.5 years, so I've got a lot to do to it. It's got a lot of sorting out, seriously. I've been doing, for the last 2 weekends, I've just been sorting things out in here, and I'm still nowhere near done. It's mental. Best thing of all though, I now actually have the time outside of work to pursue the things that I want to without worrying about what I'm doing for my career. I've only just realised how tired you can be after a day at work. I mean, it's weird, you work at a desk 8 hours a day. How on earth can you be tired when you get home? It really shouldn't make sense, but you are. You get home, you're just knackered. So basically, there's another excuse right there for why I haven't been doing videos recently. A, I've been settling into my new job. B, I'm just knackered in the evenings for some reason. And C, I've got a lot to sort out here in my room. I mean, it really needs a good sort out. But I am slowly adjusting to it, so I promise regular videos, including Deathly Hallows Part 2, will continue soon. I'm really looking forward to starting that, because it is the last chapter in the series, finally, of after all this time. Just bear with me while I catch up with everything here, and I promise it'll be worth your while. See you soon.
Imagine explaining that to your blooming aunt and uncle. It's like, what happened out there, Luke? It's alright, you know. I'm related to those evil Tuscan raiders, whatever they're called. You know, but all the, you know, the sand people. Yeah, you know, but it's alright, you know, because I found that old man lives in the desert, you know. And he took care of me, he looked after me, took me back to his place, and he showed me his lightsaber. He showed you his what?